another advantage of getting quotations first before you come asking price, and they have a selling price, and these contacts, it saves your time. But 7 days is actually enough for you to do all that. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Simply Rhoda and this is my YouTube channel. Today I'm recording in the house. Yes, I know most of my videos are recorded either outside or in the car. If it's your first time on my channel, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, as well as sharing the videos. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about buying in China specifically, and those who are willing to come to China to see for themselves before they buy. So there are things that I've realized I needed to address this, because there are a lot of people that are messaging me and sending me emails about what to do when you come to China, what do they need to do, and how many days are enough to be in China to buy the things. So I just decided that this video may help somebody who is making plans to come to China, and of course everyone is welcome to come to China to buy. And so today I'm going to be addressing some few things that you need to know before you make that trip or buy that ticket to come to China, and I hope these things can help you and save you lots of money and your energy before you come. So the number one thing, I live in China and I always provide services and help a lot of people and share stuff about buying things in China. Honestly, buying in China is the best decision that you can make, but it has to be like, when we say things are cheap, things are affordable, it is because we live here, we speak the language, and I understand how things go. So I always advise people that before you buy your ticket to come to China, which I'm saying you should come so you can see things for yourself, especially when you want to see the quality and also be inspired to buy some things, because some things when you see them on video, like I always say that in my videos, that sometimes I wish if my camera can do justice, so that guys, you can actually see how things look and the quality. I know this is something that you can't really see on the camera, on videos. Also, it's just what you'll be hearing from me, but coming to China and seeing these things on your own, I think it can make you believe and understand where I'm coming from. When I always say buying in China should be your option, you should come and buy it from China. So I'm going to give you some pointers that before you come, that will make even your life easier. Because coming to China is not just like when you arrive at the airport, you are in the markets, you see everything. There is also communication barrier. Not everybody in China can speak English. So I'm going to tell you things that are essential for that part. So before you prepare your trip to China, there are two things that you should probably have, besides the visas and money and stuff like that, but things that are going to be so important for you for communication purposes when you are arriving China. You probably need to have a translation app. If you can't speak Chinese, have that app. Of course, like I said, not everybody can speak English. At the same time, there are so many people who are now speaking English here in China, but you don't know whether you meet these people or you come across these people. If in the event that you can't meet somebody who speaks English, you have your translation app, which is also another thing that can help you and save your time. Number two, you should have like VPN. As you know, in China, you can't really use WhatsApp and stuff like that. I know a lot of people would like to keep in touch or even communicate with me if you are coming here and you want my help, but I won't be with you, but you want to get in touch with me to help you go to places and stuff like that. You're gonna need a VPN to do that. If you don't have that, I suggest that you download another app, that is WeChat. This app can save your life, because in China this app can literally do everything for you. This is the app you can communicate with manufacturers. You can even pay this using this app, but then it has to be bound with your bank, and I'm not sure if you are able to do that to connect WeChat with your international bank, or it's just local banks. I haven't tried that, but well, if you can't do that, but it can still save your time, because in WeChat you can have translation in that, so it's easy for you to communicate with manufacturers, because you can chat in English, expressing yourself very well, and they can translate and get the whole idea that you want to put up there. So WeChat can help you. It can also help you to pay. Like I said, it can help you. That is if it's bound with your bank and I don't know that, like I said, whether international banks can be bound to that. But anyway, it's another place that you can go and it's convenient for you. Then let's go to the most important part. Remember, when you are coming to China, you don't know where the markets are. This is the most important part that I recommend, that before you come to China, just, ask for my services. I can get you contacts. I can get you places and numbers that you will be using when you come to China. You're gonna just follow the addresses and the phone numbers to communicate with the manufacturers, and once you have that, you are able to get in the zones where you find these things. And mind you, probably that quotation will not work for you. You end up finding a lot of other things, because what you need is to be able to find a way for you to get to the markets, to the factories. So you cannot find that information at the airport, or when you land in China and ask just a random person on the street, they may tell you that they don't know. That happens for real. And there are still Chinese people who feel like when they see foreigners, what they think is you don't understand Chinese and you are not going to understand each other. Not that they don't want to help you, but they don't want to embarrass themselves. Those they can, maybe they will tell you, I don't know, and nobody will help you. Even if you ask the taxi drivers, they may not be of help, especially if you're asking them where you want to go. They may not be of help. So what I advise you guys, if you want to come to China, it is very important that you have these contacts that can at least have some contacts that can take you to the markets and places. When you get there, you can ask these manufacturers to help you, refer you to other places, rather than just coming here without anything. It may be a bad idea. Again, whilst we are on that, I've seen from other people who have bought things here in China, who did come to China to buy stuff, but they didn't request for my services, like having their quotations and stuff like that with numbers and addresses. They ended up going to some shops to buy things and they were overcharged. Of course, yes, guys, it happens here. That's why I say I speak the language. I have the ability to negotiate for prices, and I know the right prices for the things. So most people, when they come here, they will buy things on their own, and then they will ask for my service to help them bring the things to the warehouse and ship for them. When I'm looking at their invoices, I will be shocked, because some of the things, they will be like, the money they pay for those things is just so high that I feel like if you get a quotation and you are coming and you're going to these places, you have a quotation already, there is no way they're going to increase the prices on you, because you have the price already, which is a quotation I may have sourced for you and given you, and it will help you and save tons of money. So that's number 3 thing. Number 4, I would not recommend you to bring loads of money when you are coming the first time. For me, if money is there and you just want to have contacts and know the places where to buy, bring just enough money to buy a few things. But in this event, if you have gotten the quotations from me and you want to come and see these things before you purchase them, then you know exactly what you're going to budget for this trip and what you're going to buy. But if you haven't done that, I would actually I would not encourage you to bring lots of money when you are coming to China, because you are going to be so what can I say? You are going to make wrong decisions when it comes to buying, because you end up wanting to buy everything. I remember myself when I first went out to source for my own goods, for my own house. I made a trip to Foshan to just source. I didn't buy anything, guys. I didn't pay for anything. I was just there to see, get contacts and see things and test the quality of the things before I came back to the city where I live in and make purchases of these things. That's another good thing. You can come get quotations if you want to just come and make these purchases. I recommend that you get the quotations first before you come, because this way will save you from paying huge amounts. Of course, it happens. You may be overcharged, especially in China. When you are asking, I believe they do have an asking price, and they have the selling price. But sometimes if you're just asking and you don't know how things work in China, you end up paying huge amounts, whereas the actual price for this thing can be maybe 1/3 of that, or even less, or half of the price that you have been told at the beginning. So guys, I would recommend you to get these quotations because they will save your lives if you are going to buy in China, and if you are going to come to China to make these purchases on your own. I recommend you get the quotations, and the quotations will not only help you to give you the price guides, they'll also help you with the contacts, the places where you can go. That will save your time that you are going to spend in China and buying these things. That's also another advantage of getting quotations first before you come here. I have a lot of people who are planning to come to China, and some of them have already gotten my services. They've already asked for these, to have these quotations and put their budgets together, so that when they come here, what they are mainly coming to see is the quality, and make other maybe alterations and stuff like that when they are in the zone. But already they do have the price guide. By this, it means they are not going to be cheated, they are not going to be paying more, they are not going to be overcharged. In this case, I totally recommend you to do that, and I also encourage you to come to China to see for yourself, because in China you can literally find everything. But the most important thing is to know where to get these things. If you don't know, you may pay a high price for these things. I have some people who actually asked for me before, like, oh Rhoda, I would like to come to China, but I want to know how much these things are gonna be charging me. How much am I looking at when I want to buy stuff like this? And they didn't want to pay for me to source for them. And after they landed in China, they were in trouble. They're now calling me, Rhoda, can you help me? How do I find this place? And you know, I don't want to sound naive. I don't want to sound like somebody who doesn't care. I do care. But a person asked for a service to travel all the way to China, but they didn't want to pay for the service to get these quotations and this service and these contacts and, you know, the price guides. But when they get here, they actually understood that they made a mistake, and now they are paying when they are here in China. Already some of the things they were already overcharged, and I try as much as I can to advise before people come the importance of having these codes and these contacts. It saves your time. And then we go to another part, that is the question that I often get, like from people who want to travel to China to buy. They often ask me, Rhoda, how much time will I need to spend in China to be able to buy these things? Well, what I can say, I know most of the things, when you are coming to China to buy them, they are not already made. Some of these things, they need to be made. They need to go under production, of which some things will take at least 2 weeks or a month to under production, you know. So I don't think you will have enough time to spend the whole month waiting for the production of these things. So in most cases, I would say a week is enough for you to go around, to pay for the quotations, pay for the things, and also gather some numbers, or even source for other things while you are here. A week is enough. 7 days or 5 days is actually enough to do all these things. But how the duration of which your things will be ready for shipping, you'll be looking at 2 weeks or more, 3 weeks, or, you know, a month, when it just depends on the product that you are buying. There are a few things that will be ready to ship when you are buying. So in that case, that's where we come in again. Most people will come, buy, pay for the things, and they'll leave. And I also recommend that when you are paying for these things, do not pay a full amount, because I know from experience some manufacturers, they actually drag. When you pay full amount for goods, they will not produce this as fast as you would love to, because they have other orders. So I believe that they need money. So for them to do, or to produce your things very fast, if you pay half down, or maybe a certain percentage of the total, like 50% or so, this way will encourage them to, you know, hurry up in completion of your product. So this way we also save your time. And if they tell you that it's going to take 2 weeks, and then it's going to be 2 weeks because they want the balance to be paid. So I mean, for some people who have bought or had this experience, you may agree with me when it comes to that. So yeah, that's what I can just suggest on that part. You need at least a week to do all this, to make payments, or even find out other things, or see or survey the quality, visit factories and stuff, I think 1 week is actually enough. So if you are making a trip to come to China, just put aside 7 days for that. But know that within that 7 days, you are not able to get completion of your goods. Some of them, they'll give you 2 weeks or more. And I don't think you would like to spend a lot of money waiting for that. Yet you need to wait again for shipping. So you can let us handle. After you pay, you just let me handle that order for you until it's shipped to Zimbabwe. You just put that in my care or any other agent of your choice. If you don't want to ship with us, you can find somebody to do that for you. But 7 days is actually enough for you to do all that buying, paying for stuff, looking, finding contacts and stuff like that, and testing the quality of stuff. I think 7 days is just enough for that. Then we go on to the other part. That the last but not least, people often ask, okay, which airport should I, jet in, or which should I arrive in? When you are coming to buy stuff, of course, the southern part, that's where everything happens. So I recommend coming in through Guangzhou International Airport. I think when you are searching for it, you often find it written as Guangzhou Baiyun Airport, International Airport. That is the airport that you can come in through. And then when you get to Guangzhou, I think most of these manufacturers as well as suppliers, they are found in Foshan City. Most of them, especially for household goods, that's the city where you can go now to find your things or pay for things. And then it's just close to Guangzhou. It's not far. And hotels also, you can find them in Guangzhou, so you can travel to Foshan and come back to the hotel. And also in Guangzhou City, there are also other manufacturers and other things, especially for clothing, makeup and stuff like that. You can find them in Guangzhou. But these cities are big cities, so you have to know where to go to save your time. And as well as when you're taking taxis, most of the taxi drivers, they can't speak English, they can only speak Chinese. That's where those apps I talk about at the beginning will come in handy. They'll help you and you find your way to these places easily. And I can also be in touch to guide you when you are here in China. I can guide you on the phone. That's where also WeChat will come in handy, because WhatsApp may be a challenge. You need to have a VPN when you are in China to be able to use WhatsApp. So these apps are apps that can help you when you are coming to China. Even Alipay, I know some people do have Alipay, but it can only help you when it comes to payments. Another thing people often ask is, so what currency should I use? These suppliers, they often accept payment in US dollars. So you don't need to worry about changing money at the airports and getting lower rates to change the money. Do not change your money. You can just use US dollar to pay for your goods. But when it comes to everyday things like eating in the shops, in the restaurants, taking taxis, of course, you can't use US dollars. You need to have Chinese yuan, which I think in a period of 1 week, I think you can just have maybe 3,000 RMB, the Chinese yuan, which it can equal to 500 or less than. Maybe you just change 1,000 US dollars for your needs that you need to buy in small shops or for eating and moving from one place to another. You need to use Chinese yuan. But for the rest, you can use US dollars for that, because most of these manufacturers and suppliers, they do accept foreign currency when you are paying. It also help you and give you but I don't know about credit cards and stuff like that. They do not work. Most of these manufacturers, they do not accept credit cards, so it has to be cash. It has to be cash. Do not bring credit cards. They will not take credit cards. So guys, I hope this video is going to help a lot of you those who are planning to travel to China to buy things. You are so much welcome, but take note of the things that I've mentioned here. They may help you. In fact, they will help you. So take note of that. Download those apps while still you are in the country where you are, and it will save your time. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video right to this end. If it's your first time on this channel again and you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel for more information about coming to China and buying in China, also about shipping to China. These are some of the information you can find on my channel. It's just an umbrella a channel that covers building, buying, and shipping to Zimbabwe especially, but we also ship to other places. If you are from Zambia, I'll be having a lot of customers from Zambia who require my services. So I'm sure very soon I'll open a group for Zambian subscribers and Zambian buyers, people who want to buy in China. And if you are from Zambia, you can just comment and I'll open a group for you where we can communicate and see how we can bring the containers to Zambia for my Zambian subscribers. Thank you so much for joining the channel today, and it's goodbye for now. See you in the next video. Bye.